sell and trade money. Easiest thing to do, it's actually easier to do than drugs. That's usually my response when I go to marketing events. We've all gone to these marketing events, you're trying to, or even meet somebody at church or some kind of professional event, and somebody asks you, what do you do for a living?
Yo, what do you do for a living?
Huh? Oh, thank you.
And we all tend to have this just very general responses. I'm an accountant, or I'm in real estate, or I'm in investing. And I challenge you to really consider coming up with a very good, but shocking, provocative, but also straight to the point when it comes to this answer, so you can make sure you make a really good first impression. Let me make it make sense, okay? If it's the first time for you joining me today, of course, my name is Brian with the Broker Solutions Academy. Consider subscribing and liking the video. But getting back to the video, I always say that you only get one chance to make a first impression. I'm gonna repeat that again. There's only one opportunity you get to make your first impression. And if I can put you into this setting, just think about this for a second, okay? Editor, take us there. You're in a marketing event, of course. We've all been to these marketing events. Maybe everybody's got a drink and it's time to mingle and you meet somebody. We usually tend to be tired, and everybody has pretty much all similar responses when it comes to things. Usually people talk about the weather or some ongoing event, and you ever start talking to somebody and you can kind of even know what their views are about life, their political views and everything about it. You talk to somebody for like 5 minutes, you're like, that guy probably watches Tucker Carlson. No offense to Tucker Carlson, or you can talk to somebody for a second, he probably sounds like he just sits at home and watches CNN all day. They just regurgitate some of these talking points, and we tend to also do that as it pertains to our careers. Whenever we're networking, nobody's original anymore. That's the point I'm trying to say. So be original, regardless of what you do. You can become original. Let me give you an example. There's this marketing event that I attended that somebody was talking about this particular topic, about how you can introduce yourself and actually make an impression. There was this pilot that got up, and the person hosting the event, of course, the person introduced himself. He says, "My name is a pilot. I've been a pilot for 13 years, and I've been in the Air Force," or whatever it is that he said. And the host of the event completely changed his whole introduction. He said, "This is what I would say if I was you. I'd say, my name is Jeff. I've been a pilot for a decade. I flew with the US Air Force." The point is, the gentleman first said that I'm a pilot. I've been in flying with American Airlines or whatever it is for 13 years. And that whole concept, just him saying 13 years, the other gentleman, the host of the event, said, change that around. Say, I've been flying for over a decade. It just sounds like it has more gravitas, whatever you want to call it. But you want to use different words to express yourself. Just like me, myself, as I just told you at the opening of this video, when I go to a networking event and somebody asks me, what do? I don't tell them that I'm a business loan broker. I tell them that I buy, sell, and trade money. It's the easiest thing to do than drugs. Everybody needs it. And it's a recession-proof business, and they're usually confused. It usually gets them off track because, again, they're expecting some kind of robotic, stupid response that they've usually gotten before. I'm in real estate, or I'm an accountant, or I sell life insurance, or all these kind of crazy kind of just generic responses. And people just don't know, regardless of what field that you're in, you can twist that around. If you're in real estate, you can tell people that, my name is Jeff. I help people find their dream home, or I make dreams come true. If you're an accountant, my name is Henry, and I keep the alpha out. I help people stay legal by keeping the alphabet boys off of them. IRS, FBI, and CIA, or whatever it is. But be provocative with your responses. But I wanted to make a quick short video as to how I got into this industry and why I believe being a business loan broker is probably, best thing that could have ever happened to me. I'm glad I found this out at a very young age that I did. But I've kind of jotted down a few different points as to why I decided to get into the business of selling, trading money. So a few different points. Number one thing is, it's the easiest thing to sell. Okay, just think about, with every single business, you have to either sell yourself, even if you're an employee, you have to sell yourself through interviews, you have to sell yourself with your boss on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a constant basis. If you're going to be getting into business selling anything, selling lawn care service, selling tanning salon services, product or service, selling gas at the gas. You have to sell some kind of way, okay? Everybody has to learn how to sell. And look at every single business there is or every single product there is. What is easier to sell than money? Drop a comment below. Tell me what it's easier to sell than money. I always even plug in this comment, and I usually say it's easier to sell than drugs. Because think about it. You know, you might think a drug dealer, okay, yeah, you got addicts, but we all need money. It doesn't matter who you are. You watching this video, you watching the video. We all need money in order to survive, period. Okay, that's just the way the system is structured, the way it is. So it's the easiest product to sell because everybody needs it. It's like tissue paper. Okay, now yeah, there's some people that, you know, wipe their ass with leaves, but that's not what we're talking about here. You know, everybody needs money. That's one of the reasons why I got into this industry, is because I understood that regardless if times were good, people need money to buy stuff. If times were bad, people need money to survive. So everybody needs it. And when you're in a business selling a product that everybody needs, you know, like I just gave you that example of the tissue paper guy. Remember when COVID happens and people were getting tissues like crazy? It was ridiculous. But anyway, when you're selling a necessity, it's probably one of the best industries that you want to get into. You know, if you ever think about this, why do you think the lines at the revenue office, when you're trying to tag your car, when you get your license, they're just so long? They're never trying to improve the process of this because they know that you have to do it. Okay, there's no incentive for them to even improve that process. You know, they know that you have to go through that process, even in this day and age. So that's one of the reasons, the easiest thing to sell. The second point, which I think I've already expanded on with that first point, is we all need it. It doesn't matter what walks of life you're in, if you're just starting out in life, if you know, you're starting out in business, if you're later on in retirement, we all must pay these bills, okay? We all must pay these bills, so we all need it regardless of what country you're in. You must have money in order to survive, okay? So that's another reason. The other reason that I got into the business loan industry is the potential for growth. You know, there's just so many different products within this one segment. You know, in the business loan industry, you know, I'm able to offer business lines of credit, business credit cards, revenue term loans, SBA loans, equipment financing, real estate loan, and the gamut of real estate loans that are there, from hard money to short money to SBA loans. There's different types of SBA loans. There's different types of revenue loans, from factory loans to purchase order financing. There is just so many different solutions to people's problems based on their funding needs, you know. So it allowed me not to get so boring. Okay, it allowed me to be able to kind of stay. I get bored real easy. I don't know about you, but I get really bored easy. If all I did was just one single thing, or if I worked in like a factory, which I've done before, I've worked in a factory and all I did was one repeated thing, I'll probably pass out and fall asleep or something, you know. So I get bored easy. This industry changes, an ever-changing industry. You know, you really shine if you stay on top of your game, like we have been here at Pantech Consulting Group for so many years. We've been in business for over a decade, if I can say that. Pantech Consulting Group. Visit the website. Editor, put that below. Visit the website if you're in need for some funding needs. If you run your own business, you definitely want to visit that. Or if you're interested in becoming a business loan broker, Broker Solutions Academy, make sure you visit that website. Learn a little bit more about what we do there. But the potential for growth, the ability to be able to offer so many different products, the ability to be able to deal with so many different people, the ability to be able to deal with people in different stages of life. And I love business. You know, I love working with entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs are probably the most underrated people in our society. They solve problems. That's what entrepreneurs do. They find a solution in the marketplace with everything. I mean, look at this camera that I'm talking on. Look at what entrepreneurs have done, like Steve Jobs, how they've changed the landscape, how we even communicate as a society, you know, relationships. Look what the iPhone has done. Good or bad, you can't argue its impact in our society. Okay. So the growth potential is pretty immense. It also gives me the 3 different freedoms that I think are necessary in order for you to live a full life. You know, I've created a video about financial freedom is not enough. There's going to be a link in the description. My editor is going to show you want to check out that video. But it allows me to have financial freedom, which is critically important. You can make as much money as possible given the different programs and products that you can offer. It allows me to have the time freedom. Okay, I have to get things done because I have to make money. But again, I structure my schedule. I'm not like an NBA player that I have to be at a specific event at a specific time. I'm not a rapper or music somebody that, you know, there's concerts, and I can be flexible with my time based on what my life calls for that specific moment in time. You know, there's also location freedom. I can do this anywhere. I travel often. You guys have seen me. I make videos on the road. I'm planning on going to California. Actually, tomorrow I'm going to be there for a week. You know, I can do this anywhere. The world is not just your front of the house and your backyard, okay? The world is much bigger than that, and we're here to experience it. I always tell people the purpose of life, if you've never really came up to an answer to this, if you've always thought about what's the reason why we're here, is God just up there playing Monopoly with us? I came to the conclusion the purpose of life is to experience it. That's simply what we're here to do. We're here to experience life, and you have to have these 3 freedoms that this specific career does allow me to have, which is financial freedom, location freedom, and also the time freedom. So that's another reason why I got into this industry. And then another thing is, you know, money is a universal tool. So I get to sell one of the most diverse universal tools there is, because every single society in the world utilizes and uses money, regardless of, you know, where you at. I get to sell one of the most interesting tools that mankind has ever created, which is money. We wake up every single day chasing after this thing called money. Some people have literally lost their lives because of money, killed. Some people have sacrificed their life. They're doing life right now in jail because of money. And there's this quote that you probably heard it before, and you probably heard somebody say this. People always say that money is the root of all evil, but I switch that around and I always say the lack of money is the root of all evil. And this industry has really allowed me to make sure that my needs are met, and also some of my wants. You know, I don't think anybody has all their wants met yet. You know, that's why you have a lot of people, you know, $200 billion net worth, you know, Steve Jobs and, you know, Bill Gates and Warren Buffett and all the Elon Musk, but they're still working. You know, everybody, we kind of tend to set the bar a little bit higher when it comes to our wants. So, but this has allowed me the opportunity to be able to meet my needs and also some of my wants is what I want to share with you. So this video is brought to you by our sponsor, Broker Solutions Academy. There's going to be a link in the description. We work with people that are interested in becoming a business loan broker. We have a very comprehensive business loan broker course, and we're going to be teaching you everything you need to know about how to become a business loan broker. Our mission statement is we help business loan brokers understand and simplify the various funding solutions that are available in the marketplace so you can properly serve your clients, stop the endless confusion and self-defeating pointless rat race they're currently in, and grow their business while maximizing profits by teaching them how to become a real business loan broker, not just a referral partner. This video is also brought to you by Pennington Consulting Group, and that's where we work directly with entrepreneurs and also business owners to help them get funded. So if you're looking to start, grow, or even expand your current business, Pennington Consulting Group, there's going to be a link in the description where you can go ahead and schedule a time. And like we always say at Pennington Consulting Group, our goal is to help you reach your goal. Again, thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next video.